Hello, welcome to Interview the Influencer Show, episode 12. First of all, I would like to apologize to the entire YouTube channel family because I was out for almost a year. There was different personal issues. Out of amongst the one was financial problems. Have to little bit see how we can handle the finances. But nevertheless, we are back. We are with starting with a bang, and for today, the episode 12, we have really talented guest. His name is Mandar Padhye. He's a senior director in Manulife Financial Advisor and in Singapore. And we will have a very nice interview with him. Being a financial advisor, we really look forward to learning a lot of things and understand how it is going. So, hello, Mandar. Welcome to our show. Hope you are doing good. And before we jump into our 11 questions, we would like to know about Mandar. Thank you.
Hi, Rishikesh. First of all, thanks for inviting me on this show. I'm really looking forward for a nice interactive sessions with you. And definitely I would answer all your queries, which you will put up to me. And thanks viewers for watching this show. So just to start, Rishikesh, my background, I'm an engineer and I've done masters in finance, but my journey started way back in India. So I moved from India. Back in India, I did my civil engineering and I had my own business in interiors when I was 19 years old.
Wow.
And that's how my initial entrepreneurship started a long time back. I come from a place called Dombivli, which is almost 50 kilometers from Mumbai. That's where I started. A very humble background, parents in academic field, sister a therapist, and I did pursued in engineering. So long story short, I did my engineering. I had my business ready. Then I did software diploma. I went to learn Java in Pune, and that's where my first innings in corporate started. So I moved to a company, software company
Okay.
in Pune, that was called DSS Infotech, and the journey took me to Delhi. So I worked with a MNC called Rational Software, which was later acquired by IBM. Moved back in Pune in 2003. And 2004, immediately, I think after moving to Pune, I had the opportunity to move to Singapore. That was in year 2004.
Okay.
So I worked in corporate with the likes of Microsoft, IBM, NCR, Informatica. And my last role in the IT industry was in 2013 with NCR. There is a very funny story there,
Okay.
or rather, very interesting, I would say. Uh, I was interviewed in a magazine in 2013. This magazine was for
Okay.
NRIs, and the topic was smart investor. So I was interviewed as a smart investor, and things changed for me. After the interview, people wanted to know more about me. There were institutions, wealth management companies who wanted to know about me. I also wanted to do something, like an entrepreneur, taking care of your own time.
Okay.
So I took the challenge, and here we are. Like now, I'm 7 years in this industry. I do
Wow.
advisory for a lot of uh, clients, and this is my seventh year in this industry. Have achieved decent, I would say, heights in my industry. Got a lot of accolades, recognitions, and I have around 200 odd clients, 200 to 250 odd clients in Singapore.
Wow. Amazing. Coming back to the recognition, we also, I mean, going through your profile, we came across this top of the table award. So, can you tell us a little bit about that one?
So if you look into our industry, which is insurance and investment, there are no college or there are no proper program where you like for engineering or for medicine you have a 4 year, 5 year course by the university, and then once you graduate as an engineer or you graduate as a doctor or a therapist. In our industry, it is pretty generic, so there's no college as such. Okay, so what you learn is definitely there are regulatory exams which you need to clear, but there's nothing like a course. So what happens is this is all whatever you learn is your experience. You learn on field. Okay.
Ah,
So and this challenge was understood long time back. It started from US, where there were a lot of guys in our industry, and they saw this as a challenge. And what they thought is, why not we form an academy or we form an organization wherein we all
oh,
advisors across the industry, across the globe, we all come together. We learn from each other. We train each other, and it's all sharing. And that's how the organization was started, which was known as a $1 million roundtable, which we call as MDRT.
oh,
And that was the beginning of this organization called MDRT. And now it has the recognition or the presence is in all 170 to 180 countries around the globe. Now, here is something
amazing.
very important. Only 6% of advisors can achieve MDRT. So it's a recognition which is,
Amazing.
and here is, I'm not yet completed, but see the fun part now. So it is given to the advisors who carry a lot of integrity, values for their client. Okay. And it is measured from 1st of January to 31st of December. So what business you generate, how much clients you advise on, and with ethics and integrity, top advice. So only 6% of advisors can achieve MDRT. Then the next level
Amazing.
is if you can do around 3 MDRTs in a year, in one annual year, it is called as COT, which is coat of the table. Okay. And if you can do 6 times MDRT in one calendar year, then you achieve what I have achieved, top of the table, TOT.
Wow, 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 amazing and really amazing. I mean, goosebumps, not just amazing, it's goosebumps. I mean, can
And I will,
understand the level of that one. Yeah.
yeah, and I'll be proud to mention here is I have achieved this now consecutive third year. So for the next year, I think I've already
Wow,
achieved my TOT.
wow, amazing, amazing. And I mean, I'm not sure if it's even a congratulations from our side is enough to be that, but we really, really amazing to understand that one. Okay. I mean, our first question you already took, uh, gave the answer for that one. So, but basically, we would like to understand like how you started. I mean, the journey specific to journey. I mean, how you remember that after 7 years.
Well, one of the toughest role in the industry is being an advisor. So we say in our industry, you can either be 6 months in this industry. If you can survive 6 months, maybe you can survive long. Most of there is a high attrition rate in our industry. Not all people may
Okay.
achieve the laurels which we have achieved. It's one of the tough industry because there are, I think, if you meet 100 clients or 100 prospects, almost 98 rejections you
Mm.
get in our industry. So that's one of the toughest thing in our industry. It's not a easy thing. It's not an easy thing. And just always I joke around. It is always very difficult to take that $10 from you and invest with us, because any person who puts that $10 will think 10 times before passing it to someone to invest and
Very
advise
true.
on,
Very
right? So the journey definitely was tough. It was not bed of roses. It was not thorns all the way also, but I would say it was rewarding also for me. I've gone through a lot of ups and downs. As you can understand, in every industry, there are ups and downs. So I also went through a lot of ups and downs. But I think over a period of time, I'm thankful to my clients and the work I've
Mhm.
done for them. It's a win-win for both. And when you have a win-win for your clients and for yourself, I think things become
Ah,
easy to move forward. if you can think for your client's success, that's it. You know, we are done. So everything is around your client.
Okay, okay. This is exactly what we want to showcase to our audiences. Everybody does their job, but everyone has it a different thing. So thank you for joining again. And then we go to our second question. uh, how is your 24 hours? I mean, so what Mandar does the 24 hours on the working day, and the 24 hours of on the holiday, like so weekends or holiday.
See, I think every one of us, we have 24 hours in a day to do whatever we need to do, correct? And how best you can make use of it determines where we go, what we achieve in life. So even I'm a
Okay.
family man. I'm a family man. So my typical day starts early in the morning because I have a daughter who I need to drop to school. So that's the first thing first
Okay.
I need to make sure. And there is whatever happens in night, whatever happens to the market, whatever time I sleep, it's immaterial because her school
Mm.
is at 7:15, so I need to be there at 7:15.
Oh.
So, so that's how we start. That's how we start. Then definitely the morning, 1 to 2 hours, there are few things which is part of my routine. So definitely giving time to self. And
Hmm.
when I say giving time to self is, it consists of few things. My personal reading, my personal exercise, because you need to always stay fit. Then only you can be, your longevity increases, right? You need to take first care of yourself before you
Right.
could take care of others. So I think morning 1 to 2 hours
Very
is spent, unless until I have something which is client facing. Um, Usually morning 2 hours I spend for self, and then the usual routine starts after my breakfast, where it's more of
okay.
everything is driven around my clients. Okay. So
Mm.
I think my first call starts with my personal assistant. I check my schedule. What do we have? She updates me like, 9 o'clock. I'll get a message from my assistant. Boss, this is your schedule for the day. Okay. So that's how
Okay.
my day starts. So I look at my meeting schedules, my meeting calendars. So it's many a times it is meeting a prospect or client servicing, which means I'm talking to my clients. Sometimes it is review sessions. So we do annual reviews for our clients, typically the months of November, December, October. But this year I started earlier because I have time in hand,
Okay.
and the clients are more, right? So I can't just do everything in 1 month. So I have this year I started already in September. So in fact, mid of September I started with client reviews. So if you see, in my 24 hours, all my 8 to 10 hours of working in a day are spent on client requirements or prospects where I
Okay.
add new clients. And also there is a think tank kind of a time where I sit with myself and plan for what I
Okay.
need to achieve. Even I measure myself. What am I doing? How do
Oh.
I contribute more to my clients? What are the avenues where I can, expand or explore more, where I can add more
Mm.
value? So it's a time with yourself, and if you see in a week, I keep certain time for this activity, because end of the day, this will help for my clients, and it will help them in their goals.
Oh.
So there is
Hmm.
some planning also required. And then I also have a team where I have a relationship manager in my team, my personal assistant, my office staff. So we brainstorm some
Hmm.
ideas, what we want to do. So these are the activities which keep on happening over the 24 hours. And generally, evening time is something interesting. Definitely, it's like, work-life
Okay.
balance. So I spend with my daughter, my wife, my mom. So we have dinner every day together. Dinner generally, typically, if there are no client meetings after 6, so by 6:37 we are on the dinner table. And the interesting thing here is 8 to 9 is a time with my mom where I play carom with her every day. So my mom is 79.
Wow, amazing.
So that is the time, Rishikesh, where there is no client calls, there is no market
Wow.
updates. It is just relaxing
Mm,
and also being with my mom.
amazing.
She's also good at the sport, carom sport, and we every day, almost every day, it's a ritual kind of a thing, I may say. We will play the game. We will play the game. She is one of our toughest
Okay,
fighter in the game, I would say. And yes, sometimes my daughter and my wife also join us for the game. And then, yeah, we call it a day
nice,
after,
nice.
like, I would look at the markets because markets open nowadays at 9:30, but if it's a day saving, it's at 10:30. So looking at markets, understanding
Okay.
what's happening in night, and then take a break, like,
Mhm.
from the rest for a
Okay,
while so that you are up
amazing,
and running
amazing.
next day.
Perfect, perfect. I mean, really busy, I would say, but busy, but work-life balance with, and we also have the other part of the question is, how is your,
Yeah, yeah, off days. It's sometimes I like to cook breakfast for my family. I make good
okay,
dosas, by the way. My daughter
wow,
likes my noodles, my the egg variety I make for her. So that's something I'm like on a holiday. I make sure that I do the breakfast, for at least my
okay,
daughter, so that's how I start on an holiday. Then going around a typical Singapore lifestyle, shopping, having lunch outside or dinner outside, going to different malls. So it's mostly with the
right,
family. But not every weekend I may get with the family because sometimes I have clients also, client meetings also. So many of my clients also want me to work or meet on a weekend because that's their free day also. So it's a mix and match,
exactly,
how I manage the time. So this is how I spend. So it's my life is simple,
amazing,
Rishikesh. It's either client or my family. There's nothing third thing.
amazing. Okay, so we jump on the third question, which is what you love most from your work or job, and something which you are very proud of.
Rishikesh, I think this job is very different than any other jobs. The reason is it's all people.
Okay.
So we interact with individuals, we interact with emotions,
Hmm.
we interact with people's aspiration, we interact with people's goal, we interact with people's life stages. So every one of us, every one of us is an emotional animal. We are all emotional animals.
Mm,
So the best thing
right.
about my job or the best thing about the role which I'm doing, we are connecting people.
Oh, mm,
Okay. So
yeah.
that's the best thing. See, I have done a lot of corporate roles. I have worked in different countries. But this is more and most, I would say, satisfying role I'm doing because I impact an individual.
Wow.
I influence a family. I am
Mm.
responsible for the client's family. I'm part of their extended family. So you see this the as we are talking, even I have some goosebumps because I'm connected so much with my client and their happiness. Yes, there are certain ups and downs in everyone's family. So we actually go through all the ups and downs in our with our clients
Mm.
in our lives. Okay, I'll tell you some small incidences. Okay, COVID. We never or none of us knew what this was. It was just a black hole for all of us. Correct? Even for us, because of the lockdowns, we couldn't go out. Do you know what I did for my clients? I would like to tell you this small incident or story, how I manage. First thing first, what I did was I actually took the Zoom subscription. So at
Mm.
least I could see what is happening with my client. They could see what's happening with
Oh,
me. So the connect was there immediately. Though we couldn't meet,
connection.
the connection was there. That's the first thing first I did. Okay. Second most important thing I did was I actually touch base with every single client of mine during this period.
Oh.
Gave them the confidence that I'm with you.
Mm.
Markets were tough that time. Markets dropped like crazy. But I said to them, I gave them the confidence in this journey, I'm with you.
Mm.
Sometimes this simple word is important. Even I
Really.
didn't know what was happening around us, but I took the role. I said, okay, this is a time where, with one of my mentor in the industry, we actually came up with a ebook. We launched a ebook wherein I shared this ebook with my clients who could actually understand the importance of what's happening around and the importance of financial planning.
Mm.
I also arranged for my clients supplements, supplements
Oh.
because immunity supplement, something for cough and cold, because this was what was affected, right? And if you have a
Right.
pure immunity, so this is what I done. We also arranged doctor over video. We
Oh.
did we did
Amazing.
arrange yoga sessions for our clients. And as a community, we also helped people or the volunteers who were actually frontline workers, or they were
Mm.
doing something for the those commercial work, like you have those workers, laborers. So we actually
Right.
help them. So the role which I carry is of people, connecting emotions,
Mm. Right. Right.
and you feel happy
Amazing.
doing it. You feel happy. Why? Because I don't take it as a job. I take it as a happiness sharing. Okay. And believe me when I say that my clients are my extended family, or I'm part of their extended family. One day, I'll tell you, I got a call from my client and said, Mandar, do you remember we had planned for my child's education? The milestone is reached now. He's a doctor now.
Wow. Wow. Again, goosebumps, Mandar. Amazing.
So, so when you get these calls and you said, thank you, Mandar, because you planned so well, it was effortless. And that doctor is also now my client. Because as always, I
Amazing.
tell my clients, I told him, when you get your first salary, the salary should be invested. Certain portion of your salary should be invested, because you start young, you will retire early.
Exactly.
In my role,
Exactly.
I've also done sessions for teenagers. I've also done sessions for Chinman and Mission. This the organization which
Uh-huh.
does lot of NGO work. So one of my client, he is active member there, and we did a session. I did a session for their student wing.
Oh, wow.
So the age group which
Wow.
attended was between like 17 to 18, to higher bracket was like 2021.
Wow. Wow.
So this
Amazing.
is this is what I love. This is what I love. I do a lot of sharings, by
Well,
the way. So I've been invited as a keynote speaker. I've been invited by some agencies to have a motivational talk. And I really do this. I don't need to practice for this.
it's so within yourself is like,
It's
okay,
just a
just
heart to heart
start.
sharing. See what you have done as a work. I don't need to practice because it's in my habit. You wake up,
Mm,
you wake me up in any time of the day, and you ask me some questions and ask me, and I'm happy to share. I don't need to practice before the talk or before this. I know we talked about this,
mm,
but yeah, I like this. I like this because it's just a heart-to-heart sharing is
amazing.
what I feel.
Right, right, right. And I just, I mean, being as a listener now also, I was like feeling at the back of the mind. I mean, rest all everything can be done, but the financial thing is something which you cannot pretend or which you cannot
You can't.
fake. This is something is real and it's a hard truth.
Right. Here I will make one point, See what I have done and what I do for my clients. Actually, I have tasted my own medicine, which means I'm already in that journey. I've gone through it, I'm going through it. And with my clients, I also do my investments, right? So I exactly know what I'm doing for me and for my
Mm.
clients. I'll tell you a small story here. Like when my daughter was born, she's now turning 12 soon. My planning actually started with her. The discipline
Okay.
actually started with her. And I would be happy to say on screen here that today, in this moment, wherever she intends to go, whichever college she intends to go, or whichever university she intends to go, I have done her savings and investments. That's ready for her.
Amazing.
That's ready for her. And this is same sharing I do with my clients. It's not something that
Amazing.
I haven't tasted the medicine, but I'm giving it to you. No, it is not.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, okay, perfect. Thank you. We jump to the fourth question. The question is, what is your daily ritual which you follow? Something which you would like to share that, okay, I just started that and eventually it helped me a lot.
See, in our role and in our world, or what I preach, I need to first do that. So, discipline is one of the key things in our world. So, discipline is something, and it can be simple things you have a discipline in. So, what has worked really for me is keeping check of what's happening around us. So
Okay.
reading is more important for
Mm,
me in my role. So I'm bad in reading novels, books, and all that. But what I read regularly every day and spend at least 2 hours on it is what's happening around me,
oh,
with in respect to financial world, with respect to markets, with respect to geopolitics, with respect to industrial data. So
mm,
data, financial data. So this is something which I'm doing it for last 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. The discipline I have maintained to learn or read about the news every single day,
mm,
because my
amazing.
clients expect when they wake up, when they question me at 9 o'clock, I need to be able to answer. I don't say here that I have a knowledge of everything. No, 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 no. Not that. I don't want to boast myself. But what is meaningful for my client, I think I have it.
Exactly. Okay, perfect, perfect. Then we move on to the fifth question. That's a little bit of on the lighter note. Which is your favorite food that you can have every day for your like every meal?
uh, this is a very what I can say, totally out of the world question, I would say, because I don't know the answer. Okay, I may answer it. See, my liking is for very simple. I'm a vegetarian basically, so very simple food I like. As I most of my people who around me they know, my day starts with salad. So every
Okay.
day it's salad every day, and very simple meal. Very simple meal. I'm not a very fancy guy. Uh, I don't experiment most. Maybe you may call me a boring person when it comes to food, but I like very simple food. There is a joke which is to go around when I used to travel, and especially when I used to travel to India. So my clients or my customers whom I used to meet in my corporate role, they were they used to find it tough to find me because most of the meetings were in the five-star hotels and all that. And I used to say, "Can I have nice dal rice? Or can I have some khichdi?"
Okay.
So, so it used to be fun, like so net I'm
Right.
a very
Right.
simple person, very simple food I consume, not a very fancy guy, but I like spice in my life.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. Then you are most possessive about.
I'm possessive about my family.
Okay.
Nothing comes in between me and like my family. Nobody. And definitely daughter. So fathers love their daughter than anything else. So it's like their second love, right?
I can agree. I mean, I completely agree to that.
And definitely work. I'm very much possessive of what I work and my work and work schedules. So I'm very possessive on those
Okay.
things also. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Little bit off track, very small one. Been into financial markets and all that. One I always feel when I enter a market, it's always boiling. You have see all the. Okay, this question here is: do you feel that volatility and how you manage that one? It kind of a thumb rule which you use for this one.
So market in two words is fear and greed. Which side you are, you will feel the emotion. For
Okay.
me, as a professional, I don't get into all these things. Meaning,
Mm,
by discipline, I need to be calm-headed. Uh,
exactly.
I can't go with emotions. So I have zero
Mm,
emotions, absolutely zero emotions when I take calls.
okay.
I do it with the merit of that situation, period.
Okay.
So yes,
Okay.
the markets are tough. You are seeing last, like COVID was tough. Then markets came up.
Yeah.
Then 2021 was a almost washout after November. It was good till November 2021, but I think we are in doldrums right now. So
Mm,
there's definitely a volatility. There is a fear in the market. But as I
mm-hmm.
say and practice, I tell my clients two things. One is please don't time the market. That's very important.
Mm,
Invest with discipline. So this is my first simple thumb rule.
okay.
Okay. Second, don't try to be a millionaire in one day. Okay. So
Very
have right
true.
expectations. Have right expectations. See, we all falter because we have unrealistic expectations.
Exactly.
Many
Mm-hmm.
a times, clients who have not worked with me, they feel that investment means beating the market, or my performance is better than yours, or my market
Mm,
investment is better. Well, that is fair. That's a personal preference.
mm,
But simple thing is, can I achieve year over year, and can I build your wealth, or can I build to your objectives? This is important.
okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have unrealistic expectations. Many times we want to be a millionaire in a day. I'm a bit exaggerating this statement, but it's unrealistic
But that's
expectations
true.
people
Yeah.
want, and that's where people go for risky investments sometimes.
Right.
So my simple thing
Right.
is stay disciplined. See when or what you want out of that investment. Give it a time. Give it a time. Rome was not built in a day. And there is a law of nature. What grows faster will come down faster. What grows over a period of time will stay there over a period of time. Even Warren Buffett,
Mm.
the biggest, we look to him as one of the biggest knowledgeable, noble investor. Even at the age of 90 plus, invest into companies which he wants to hold for next 10 years, 20 years. At the age of 90. But many times I have seen nobody wants to know or understand that piece of wisdom.
Exactly. Mm.
People want to be rich in a year, 2 years,
Well,
3 years. So fair enough, like the views can be different, but people who work with me, I actually try to educate them. What is this? How to measure
mm.
yourself? Make sense?
Amazing. Yeah, yeah, perfect, perfect, amazing. I mean, yeah, every word counts like that. Okay. So actually, we have 7 and 8 questions. It's a little bit similar. We'll take it together because it makes sense for now. So the seventh question is, what is your inspiration that because of that you are here? And then what are your biggest strength? The eighth one, which keep I mean the strengths and motivation which keeps you going in tough times. So it's a two questions we do it together because it's more okay with that way.
So in our industry, the most important thing which we want to stand by, and it's like a Bible for us, is integrity and ethics. That is the most important thing in our industry. It takes years together to build the relationship and trust with your client. One small thing can break the whole trust in one just
Mm,
moment of life. So, what I generally try to do is be transparent in our relationship with the clients, have a proper integrity in my advice, and have a frame of ethics. In the frame of ethics, I would say. Okay.
okay.
And inspiration, honestly, my clients are my inspiration, I would say. And what keeps me going is my own self motivation. I
Mm,
don't fancy following a thought leader or a divine person or anything. What I believe is my work, self motivation and self inspiration is what I believe in.
sorry.
And my clients, if I can do better for my clients, that's the best thing I could ever do for me. So it
Right.
all revolves around my clients.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Perfect. We move to the ninth question. I guess again, most of it already you answered in different ways. But the question is, what makes you smile? Or what makes Mandar smile, and how you propagate happiness?
So I think a sense of achievement makes me smile.
Okay.
Okay. So it can be not for myself, sometimes. It's a sense of if I achieved something for my client also makes me feel
Hmm.
happy. Or for that matter, people around me. If I am helping them to achieve their goals, that makes me happy. What makes me really smile is in a bad day is the innocent face of a kid. I just love them. I just love kids. And given if I was not a advisor or not a corporate role, and if I was given an option that pick up what job you would, I think I would be happy with kids. Their innocence, uh, the deep curiosity they have in their eyes,
Mm,
and the amazing energy they have. And mark my words, kids are the future. So they
exactly.
if you are with them, you keep them happy, see them progress. Wow, I would love that. And that actually keeps me happy and smiling. And then definitely the work, what I do for my clients, definitely yes.
And then when you are happy or that makes you smile by achieving certain goal is already after having a very nice smile on your client's face.
There's one thing, Rishikesh, which most of us should like. It's not nothing like a rocket science, but pass the positivity, pass happiness.
Mm,
But mm,
correct.
you can't pass happiness or positivity if you're not happy yourself. So first
Very true.
identify
Very true.
yourself, look in yourself.
Mm,
Okay, you make yourself first happy. Always remember the warning or the message when you get into the aircraft. They say, right, before helping others, first put your own mask.
but exactly.
So first you be happy, then spread that happiness.
Okay. Very good. Good. Nice. The 10th question is, so it's what Mandar thinks of them in brief about the five words. So the words are health, passion, risk, dream, and meditation. So we just want to understand what are your thoughts. So in that is the first one is health.
Health is the most important thing beyond before even wealth you can think of. We always say health is wealth. Okay,
Right.
and it's a must, and no clock can unwind or turn it back. You know, that's what I may say about health.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Unturned clock. Yeah, perfect. Okay. The next is passion.
Passion, honestly, if you look at the dictionary meaning, it is uncontrolled aggression or emotion. So always I say, though passion is, um, it's it's a positive word. We take it as it should be controlled. It should be a
Okay.
controlled in proper phase. It should be a control aggression, is what I may say.
Perfect. The next one is risk.
Always take risk, but take it calculated. And the word I use is don't go naked, which means you need to have the net around you and then play your
Mm,
shots. First, take that net, which is your support. It can be any support system. So if you
mm,
want to take a jump, first have the harness. Don't just jump.
exactly.
But once you have the harness, give your best. Just go ahead. Don't think of anything. Life, you should take risk. You should take calculated, is what
Okay.
I may use. Calculated risk.
Okay. The fourth one is dream.
Dreams are the most powerful energies.
Perfect.
So this is something which I learned in my childhood also. If you can dream and if you can work towards your dream, you can achieve every single thing. First, you should be able to visualize and then work towards your visuals.
Okay.
You can't just sleep, huh? You can't just say I'm dreaming and I'm building my energies. No, 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 no. You
No,
should dream,
no.
but you should. So that's why I said dreams are the most powerful energies.
Okay. Okay. And the last one is like meditation or some kind of spiritual power.
Uh, we are all spiritual human beings. It just you need to tune it,
Amazing. Okay.
right? So you have a radio channel, right? So when you tune to FM mode 110.3, you get a channel, right? You tune
Right.
it to a different frequency, you listen to a different channel. So same thing, our mind, our this, we are all spiritual. human beings. We need to just fine tune it. So meditation also is calming. It is calming your mind and soul. And I do meditations, though I'm not a regular, I would say, but I used to practice meditations earlier stage of my life. Keep me,
Okay.
keep me, give me a reality check, give me uh, calming myself, right? And it's a wonderful feeling actually. You can renew your energies, just by calming your mind. A
Okay.
mind is a monkey,
Okay.
what we say, right?
Mind is what? Sorry.
Monkey. A mind is a
Okay.
monkey. It continuously keeps on jumping, jumping. You need to calm it. You need to calm
Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. 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 Amazing, amazing answers, Mandar. So we coming to the last question, but before we jump onto that, I started this video about saying that I was away from the channel for a year. Again, the basic was not having rightly financial planning. So like me, we have like I even my group also. I mean, friends and everybody. We do not usually earn. That's the trend. It's not going to the financial advisors at right time. So for all of these, but I mean, my question is, where should we start?
So it depends, Rishikesh, is a very, very nice, valid questions. And this difference, the answer is not a very simple answer because it depends upon your age group or what you are earning, whether you are earning, whether you are learning. So it depends. So typically, I may say you need to have a source of income. And if you have a source of income, that's where the financial planning comes in picture.
Okay.
As a student, you may also have something. So, like for my clients' kids, they get a lot of umpires or they get
Mm,
birthday gifts and all that. Actually, that also you can start with that also.
okay.
So, but person like you who's having a 9 to 5 job or you're having a source of income, mark my words, if you can save and invest 20 to 25% of what you earn, you will never go hungry, is what I tell.
Mm,
Okay. So first
okay.
thing, if you're not investing, first try to pay yourself. So let's say you're earning $100. At the end of the day, once you have that $100, first take out that $25 out. First pay yourself, then spend 75. Many times we do the other way. We spend
Mm,
and whatever is balance, we invest.
okay. Okay.
I always try to say the other way. First pay yourself. So the simple math, because we all have different salaries, we all have different earnings. So if you just keep aside that 20 to 25% of your salary, then we can think what
Mhm.
you should be doing. But that's the first step, I may say.
Okay. 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 Amazing. I mean, at least all the viewers of this video will at least start on this specific point. I mean, I guess this is, even if it's a first stage, this is will be hard to take by the people who are not on this one. But thank you, Mandar, for this one. We come to very last question for this interview, the 11th one. At this moment, entire world is watching you, listening to you. What would you like to say?
Wow, very loaded question. There are a lot of things I would like to say, but to cut it short, first thing first, pass on the happiness. Okay. And the happiness starts from your home. If
Mm,
your family is happy, you can make any person happy. That's my first thing. Okay, so it starts from your
okay.
own house, own home, own family, own wife, own mother, own daughter, own kids, own father, whoever.
Mm.
Make sure you at least say to them, I love you. which means
Very
they
true.
matter to you. Not the, yeah, if you can say every day romantically to your wife and to your kid and I love you is good, but at least show that in your behavior.
Exactly.
Important thing is show that in your behavior. You care for them. So that's the first thing I would say. Pass the happiness, pass positivity. Okay, if we are contented, or we contentment is important, because otherwise
Mm,
the wants will keep on going up. There's no end to it.
exactly.
We have to be contented with whatever we have. Yes, we need to be
Mm,
ambitious. I'm not trying to say we shouldn't be ambitious, but we need to also be contented. We need to live in our means
mm.
and try for the next step. And most important thing is, don't try to compare yourself with anyone. You are a
That's so
individual. You are an individual. You have your individuality, and you are special. Nobody can clone you. And the last thing which I would like to say is, don't think what I got from others or from this world. Always remember what you contributed to this world. Since you're born here, there is certain purpose with which you need to have in your life. So what have you given back to society? Many a times we complain what government has given, what my
Mm.
parents have given to me, what my teacher has given, what my friend has given, what my boss has given. That is endless. I always ask the one simple question: what have you given? We are born like this, right? Meaning the parents will feed us, okay? The relatives will run for you. But when we leave the world, be like this, giving.
Yes, yes.
Correct? So that's very important. This last thing which I would like to say here, which somebody like my industry mentor we were discussing. We always, when we want, our right hand is going in ahead, in front. We want. But when we
Want.
want to donate or a charity, suddenly the left hand slowly comes up. It's not with the right hand. You just don't give.
Right.
So
Mm.
come out of it, guys. Come out of it. Right? There's a beautiful world. The world is beautiful. Travel around the world. Influence people around you. Help anybody. Humankind, right? Humankind. Help everyone. Everyone. I think.
Amazing, amazing, Mandar. Really, really thank you. And as you said towards the last, influence other is exactly what we have this YouTube channel for, to reach out the guest and get, I mean, invite them so that all the people around us can watch them, understand them, and take very good influencing answers like you just did. And it really, really thank you for joining us. So as we just said that I will put all the links so that you can reach out to Mandar for any further questions or any. So yeah, thank you very much for your time, and thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Bye bye.
Okay, just bye bye. Bye.
Mandar has a very unique way of putting you at ease. And I always like the phrase what Mandar says, okay, sleep over it. What we started doing 6 years back, I'm extremely happy, extremely contented with where we have reached today.
And also he's worked in different businesses, so he understands the various dimensions of businesses very well. All these are kind of elements of financial acumen, and I think he's very strong in that area. He's very analytical, he asks the right questions, he allows me to ask the right questions, so it's a very good conversation.
You were very helpful in terms of making sure that I had the right insurance coverage. I do remember you saying, Samir, you don't need to be over-insured. And I think I value that advice from you. What I've really liked is you as an individual have gone out of your way to really identify my needs and come up with a solution which works for me.
My general view is that my money is much safer in Mandar's care than my own care. He sells well because he never sells to me. The unsaid thing is somebody you can trust with your money is difficult to find. If there are more financial advisors like Mandar, it would be a great place, yeah.